My traumatized babies and mentally ill Barbies, the dawn is breaking on the stage that holds our final destiny. And so my traumatized babies and mentally ill Barbies, don't dream it, be it, because the show must go on. And on today's episode, do you read Sutter Kane? If not, let me tell you all about it. Now, when I was looking under the deck, I was just like, the collective might have to leave their house. And I don't know, maybe, but I was just like, that is an uncanny psychic prediction. Give me a manifestation timeline of 4 weeks to 6 months. The collective will be leaving their house. But it looks like you're gonna have to go somewhere. I'm not sure, it's a different location, perhaps. I don't know if we're getting metaphoric on like the transitions I was seeing, but perhaps you might have to leave one physical location to go to another physical location. It might be your house, if you work from home especially. It might be your job. Some of y'all with this occupation and the Fool might be getting into a different line of work, a different job. Your job might be moving locations, something. Or you're doing something day to day, like for an occupation or otherwise, that is making you like a lot happier. You might have like way more free time at your job, like your workload may be getting lighter, but it seems maybe more like, maybe a different sort of work or work that you would like to be doing more, because then we have this message of concern and star, which is just like a notification that, like, that seems like the notification that you can come do this thing now. Like, you're a star, like you get a gold star for like this thing that you've been doing, and we want you to come and do it more. And it's something that it seems like you would prefer to be doing, because we're ending at privileged lady and strength. So your position is shifting. If you are in a corporate environment and want to stay there, it's possible that you are moving up the corporate ladder. It could be that your small business that you already have established and can run relatively well at the level that it's at, maybe that's shifting into something larger. It could be that a hobby or a side hustle perhaps becomes like the first stage of a small business. If you're doing something where you have to like audition or whatever, like you're a comedian or a singer, actor, something like that, singer, perhaps you're getting discovered. It could be any of those things, but like privileged lady just means like you're being noticed for whatever this is. And like strength is sort of like you need a certain sort of inner strength to hold new positions in the world, or else like you'll just go back to where you were in the first place. But it also seems like whatever thing this is, however the details are working out for you, and we'll see more in the tarot in a second, you're going to feel strong in your position. Like this might in fact validate something that you've been doing, that maybe like you're just like, you like doing it, but you don't know if it's like, when I'm saying valid, it's valid doing something without recognition, perfectly valid. But like if somebody really wants to do something for profit, like they're typically not going to feel validated in what they're doing until someone externally acknowledges them in some way, like paying for their services, hiring them. For a lot of singers and things like that, that could be like getting an agent. Like a lot of people's first like big validation within like certain forms of creative work is getting an agent or signing a deal, you know, like having that big corporation like put like the stamp of approval on you, and you're gonna receive wide distribution. So let's go around and see what we can see about this little scenario. But in any case, you might be leaving your house. Full occupation. Like I said, like something about leaving your house. Like, I don't know that you want to leave your house. 8 of Swords, the King of Wands. I don't know if that's y'all. That King of Wands. This is like, this is maybe somebody who's been watching you doing something, but they've been stuck in like a certain position, and so they wouldn't have been able to acknowledge you yet. Or if this is y'all, if the King of Wands is you, it's sort of like you've been doing something for a while, you've been taking action something, but for some reason, right, it could be a way you're thinking about something, it could just be an it is what it is like situation, This thing that I'm doing, for the most part, I'm doing it alone, I am doing it in solitude, or I am doing it unacknowledged. It could be either of those things at the moment. Message of concern star. There's the 8 of Cups. So we're going from the 8 of Swords to the 8 of Cups, and I told you, you're gonna have to leave. Like, I don't know if it's leaving a certain mindset behind, leaving a certain, like, what you've been there. So like, there's some sort of investment that you've been making at the level that you're at, and when like whatever this message thing is comes in, you're gonna have to go somewhere. So I was like, I know I'm not crazy. The collective's gonna have to go somewhere. I don't know if it's actual travel, or if, again, once you get whatever that gold star is, however that's represented to you, because that could even be like maybe a certain sub count or a view count, whatever, like, oh, I'm able to monetize on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. That could be your stamp of approval. It could be that your mindset about what you're doing is going to have to shift, and that could just be what that 8 of Cups is. Privilege, Lady, Strength, Ace of Pentacles. Like I said, that is like the stamp of approval, and like that could be receiving money for something, like some sort of tangible, like real world offer or real world results. But it could be that you have to go somewhere to be able to receive that. I don't know. Okay, so we are going to the smaller clarifier deck now, and I'm going to look at what that King of Wands is. First, I'm feeling more like it's y'all at the moment. I'm feeling more like it's y'all. Could be wrong. But usually I kind of have a hard hit when it's like a separate energy or like entity person, and I haven't really had that. I'm still not sure. I've got the 4 of Wands, the 2 of Swords, and the 5 of Cups. If this is you, there is something you haven't come into union with yet with that 4 of Wands. That's not necessarily a person, but there's some sort of goal that you have not hit yet, and maybe it's upsetting you. That 8 of Swords, like, is it always going to be this way? If this is an external person, there's someone who wants to come into union with you. They haven't been able to do it yet due to that 8 of Swords, and they're upset about it. So either way, okay, what's this 8 of Swords? The 8 of Swords is the Ace of Cups, the 3 of Cups, the 7 of Swords. This is only for you. This reading is only for you. If you are this King of Wands, if this is not if you're resonating with this as a separate person, that's fine. But if you are identified with that King of Wands being you, this read is only for you if you know for a fact that there is a specific person or company or somebody that you want to work with that for some reason you have not been able to yet, but you're like strategizing about it. Like, you still have a plan, but it's like you haven't been able to see that plan to fruition. That's like the only way that you would be that King of Wands. If that's not you, then this King of Wands is outside of you, and there is someone who wants to work with you, but they have not been able to for whatever reason, but they're strategizing about that with that 7 of Swords most likely. But like I said, this is like something unseen. Queen of Swords, King of Swords on this 7 of Swords. It's got to be you want to work with somebody, haven't been able to do it yet. Somebody wants to work with you, they haven't been able to do it yet. And this is an intellectual match. Queen and King of Swords. This isn't an X reading. Is that King of Wands the collective? And again, this is just for like the greater percentage of people, right? I don't think so. 3 of Coins, that suggests multiple people. Like, there are multiple people here. Like, this is somebody who wants to work with you. But again, like, it kind of doesn't negate the other readings either. So if you strongly, like, you know there's someone you want to work with and you haven't been able to do it yet, but you have a plan, then that's what it is. And in fact, that Three of Pentacles could suggest that like I am one party in the read and then I'm actually reading for two parties. I could be talking to like both versions of that King of Wands. Okay. Can we talk like why is the Eight of Swords present? Like why has there not been moves? Why? It's like a decision-making process. Judgment, Seven of Coins, Ten of Wands, Five of Swords. This is something about that competition again. It's like there's a lot of work happening here and also a lot of competition for whatever this is. It's almost like sorting through candidates, which is suggesting to me some sort of like, it's something that a lot of people would want to do, but that not a lot of people get to do. So that's like sorting through a slush pile, sorting through queries, holding auditions, talent searching. It's like that. And so it takes a long time for someone to find the person that they want to sign, that they want to partner up with, like depending on what it is. So it's not so much that like, it's circumstances beyond anybody's control, but I mean, whatever. So let's see this message of concern, Star, Eight of Cups. So we are moving, like the energy is breaking up. We are moving from the stationary position into the free-flowing position. There is motion here. Six of Cups, there's the offer. There's the offer. So it's likely there is going to be some sort of communication here, some sort of message. Nine of Coins. Ten of Swords. What the frick? What the frick? You might die. That's almost kind of like registering to me like I'm having a heart attack. Because if you look at this card, the message of concern, this isn't like, I'm going to look at the Ten of Swords, okay? But like if you can see her, remember, the gender, forget it, okay? Like you can be identifying this if you're a man. She's reading the thing and then she's doing this and she's like, I could die. Like I might have a heart attack. Like I can't even believe this. Like, so I don't know if that's what that Ten of Swords is. The world, yeah, because it's a big fucking deal. So it's just like, holy shit. You might pass out. I don't know. The Star, like, so this is something coming to you, which the Ace of Pentacles like does suggest that to be real. That's like something coming toward you. And so I'm going to keep this out with the message and the Star like kind of is, and I'll look at that in a second. So this Ace of Pentacles, I do not know why this is in my head right now, but like I'm in the range, I'll try to sing it. It's like, you make me glow, putting my defenses up, cause I don't wanna fall in. Who's that? Is that Demi Lovato? Like, so I don't, ooh, so sorry about that range. Hold on. This is so weird of a setup. Like, I don't know what, okay. Oh, okay, that's why it had to come out that way. That's so strange. And again, this is like, this is so weird. Let me look at this. But what is that? Oh, this is like a solid, okay. Yes, okay. This isn't really giving me any new information other than this thing is going to be presented to you in the real world, most likely. It's like whoever this King of Wands is, because they're back again. They were unclear about candidates with this moon and the Seven of Wands, so they're like, no, until they get to their yes, Ace of Wands. There's my yes. And then I also had the Four of Coins after that, and I was just like, is the collective not wanting to? But this is like that strength card. This is like solid. The offer that is being made to you is solid, like from the King of Wands, right? But what it does also suggest is like, I'm going to talk about it from like a publishing perspective because that's the only thing I can, like I know details on. So this would be like, right, unless this is going some kind of different way, typically you would already have to have an agent first. But the thing is, like, depending on how visible you would make your writing or your artwork or whatever, people can just get offers, like legitimate offers in this day and age, like from an editor perhaps, like, I don't know, it would super depend, okay? But it's not outside of the realm of possibility. That's not typically how it goes. Typically, if you are an author and you want a traditional book deal, the way that's going to go for an unknown person is you are going to write your novel, make it the best you can possibly make it, and then you are going to query agents with the package that the agent has specified, like on their shit, okay? And so then the agents will respond to you if they like want to read more or they want to make you an offer, and then you're with the agent. The agent is the one who has the connections with editors at publishing houses, which there aren't that many. And so then what the agent does is pitch your book to these editors and their publishing contacts. If an editor thinks that it's a good book and they could sell it themselves, then the editor takes that book. And then what they do is, I'm pretty sure like the next step is acquisitions. There's like an acquisitions meeting, and then everybody sits around and goes, hey, I have this book. And then someone in charge goes, that book has a demon in it, and we had one demon book in like Q2 of 2015, and that had shit sales, so demon books are out. And then you go back to like maybe you keep your agent, I don't know, and you just try and work on the next book. And like, but that's how that goes. Or like, let's put that in the more positive, right? If you put that in the more positive, like you go through with acquisitions, and then sometimes if like somebody for some reason think a book is really hot, like if like lots of publishers or editors are into the book, you'll have like, you can have multiple agents interested in a book, you can have multiple editors from different publishing houses interested in a book. And when that happens, then you go to auction, and that's usually an advantageous position for an author to be in, because if you're at auction, then there's going to be a bidding war over your book, and so the book is going to go to the highest bidder. And so that can be a good or a bad thing, because what that means is that your book deal is going to be larger because they believe they can get like a return on investment on it and perhaps even make a profit. And so they're going to give you a bigger advance, and they're going to give you like way more marketing, okay? And so after that happens, like then you end up like signing contracts and stuff, and then like you only get paid like a little bit at a time, and the publishing house like will forget to pay you. And so your agent has to like fight with them to get the money that is owed to you. Yes. And depending on who you are, I don't know, some people get like the special treatment, but like that tends to be a certain sort of person. And so that's how that goes. But like that's not typically like what typically happens is you like shit out at like getting acquisitions is like something like for traditional publishing. But let's say you got through and you didn't go to auction or anything else. What that Four of Pentacles means is that what most debut authors are going to get, unless they are outliers, is a standard boilerplate contract for the debut novel. And so that's typically in between, I'm pretty sure, like I haven't looked in a while, but like when I was super paying attention to all of that, a standard boilerplate contract for a debut novel is, the advance for that is going to be anywhere between like $5,000 to $10,000. Okay. And you're not getting paid that all at once. So, that's what like, the offer is a solid offer for whatever it is. It is also an entry level offer. So this is like, this would be more like how things typically go. So like, I don't know how that works in like the music industry, like how, or acting. I can only speak in specifics on like traditional publishing. But what this would look like to me if we were doing publishing was that there's someone here, this King of Wands, because like this person would have to, it seems like there's money involved here. This seems like someone coming to you and just like offering you a book deal. And I mean, that's not outside of the realm of possibility for anything that I'm describing as like a creative. I mean, like if we take it out of that realm, okay? For an influencer, if your thing is like social media, this would be like a company coming to you to sponsor a video. They're contacting you. You are not contacting them. It could also be if you have like a product or something that you're selling, a company coming to you and offering you a deal to like sell the rights for that product because they think it's really good and they want to like produce it at a mass scale. So like that would be something you would have to look at more of the details on that, like Pink Sauce Lady, like that was very public, right? Because her pink sauce went so viral, there was a company that works on like acquiring, however you acquire the rights for that, and then they are the ones who are safely mass producing the actual pink sauce. Like, so it's something like that. So it's a little bit like weird. It would be weird for that to happen within the frame of publishing, but it's not like, to me, it's not unheard of. I could see someone who was a wealthy person, maybe who wanted to start their own publishing company, just being like, I saw you on social media, and plenty of like, there's AuthorTube, there's Author Talk, there's Authorstagram or whatever. I could see someone doing that, just doing it more like a sponsorship model, but for publishing. I could see it. So, I mean, like I said, it's not outside of the realm of possibility, everything that I just described, but it's sort of like, that is a little bit weird, depending on the, what it is. Some of it makes more sense for other things. So, I'll look at that a little bit more. So we know this person has been like screening candidates, okay? And we know that it's gonna be people in the collective, or at least people who are watching this. I can put that back. So we'll start over here with our message of concern and the star, like get more information on that. How would the collective be receiving this message? You would be receiving the message, well, Ace of Wands, electricity. It's a positive message, probably over the internet, probably with that Ace of Wands. That's digital. The Chariot, and then Three of Swords. Ace of Wands, Chariot, Three of Swords. I don't know if this person with the Ace of Wands, Chariot, if this is someone who really wants to close the deal really quickly. That seems like a hard sell or a very, very direct message. The message of concern with that Three of Swords, what's that? Because I mean, Ten of Swords. Oh, heart attack. You're going to have a heart attack over this. It's this Ten of Swords came back out. I'll pull one more on it just to make sure I'm reading that right. But this is like somebody having the reaction, I'm fucking dead. Like, I'm fucking dead. That's what that is. Yeah, like, it is, like, I'm fucking dead. Six of Coins, Two of Swords, Eight of Coins. There's like some sort of decision that you're gonna have to make about your work. Obviously, okay? Because I mean, it's not like anybody's gonna force you to take this, but there's something like, oh my fucking God about it. Difficult decisions, weighing options, avoidance, deadlock. Like, I don't know if this person's like a high pressure kind of person. They may be wanting a fairly quick response. But what I would say is that like, this is not a bullshit person. And so I could see them just being like, look, like, especially like, this is kind of like a million people want to do this, and I do really want to work with you, but like, don't fuck with me because like, I just need to get this done. Like, I could see somebody like doing that. All right, and then so this person, is this the collective responding in this way, or is it this person responding in this way? It almost kind of seems like both. Four of Cups. Y'all are... Nine of Swords, the Fool, Four of Coins. For some reason, this person almost kind of seems like they want... This is so weird. It's because they very much like want to work with you, but it's like they're freaked out. They're freaked out and they kind of like don't at the same time. It's kind of like almost somebody making you a defensive offer because they think maybe you're going to say no, or like it's not going to work out for some reason. Likewise, this is like you, like if someone's contacting you and like this is like somebody like directly from like Writer's House. I think Marlboro has like an agency, like a whole media agency, but I forget what it's called. So I'm trying to like think of like a super, like the name of a super like top level, like at least publishing agency. Writer's House is one of them, but there's like one that like Marlboro owns or something, and I'm not gonna remember the name of that, but that's like somebody from there. That's like, this is like big, you know what this is as well? This Chariot and the Ace of Wands, this is like big dick energy. And so it's just like, that's why it's so odd, because but like I don't understand if that person has big dick energy within like the environment. I don't understand why they would be having this reaction. I can see why you would be having this reaction, because you're gonna be like, is this like a fucking scam? Is this like AI? Is somebody being deep faked right now? Because like I'm just me and like that person is with like whoever. But it seems like they're having the same reaction and I'm not quite sure why. It's this person having the reaction for the most part. It seems like they don't know if you're going to say yes and they really want you to. But they're also worried. They're like so fucking worried that like something bad's going to happen. Four of Coins in the Tower. So it's sort of like, I don't know. Yeah, Queen of Wands. I don't know if they're worried about like, why would the Queen, like why, hold on. Why is the Queen of Wands the Tower? Because that seems like the King of Swords seems like this person making the offer, and the Queen of Wands seems like the collective, unless that's a totally other person. And I don't know why the Queen of Wands, there's the Chariot again. So yeah, the collective is, I don't know, this person might be like taking a risk with you. And they're worried for some they're worried for some reason that you're gonna be like the drama. Why are they worried about that? It seems like they don't know if you're like already working with someone else. This person, Eight of Swords, King of Pentacles. I don't know. It seems like whoever this person is, they've been like burned in the past. What is that? Ace of Swords. That's the truth. Like I didn't even, somehow, I don't know how, okay, in this person trying to do what it is that they want to do, they have been burned in the past, and so now they're like fucking, they're just being weird. I mean, I'm saying they're being weird in just reading the energy, but like I would get why that would be the case. And so this person is just kind of like super watchful. Like, is this person like working with someone else? Is this person like gonna try and like string me along, but then like try to get a better deal over here, like once they know they have a deal, and like okay, so that's why. So King of Wands, Four of Coins. What else does the collective need to know about whatever this is? Because I don't know that like that's going to be an issue in y'all's communication. It's just probably another issue of like why this person would be in the Eight of Swords for a while before like deciding to work with someone. if they're used to dealing with like sharks, King of Wands, the Hanged Man, the Knight of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. This is just, it's really not new information. It's still something about competition, like seeing competition. There's something super competitive about this. But it seems like on both ends, like for whatever this person is offering, there is a lot of competition for the offer. And then after that, it seems like this King of Wands is aware that once you have the offer, right, it's a double-edged sword, because once they put their stamp of approval on you, and you know that, and you know, like, this person is like validating your worth, you could then go, oh, I'm saying it might not be a he, the King of Wands, but let's just say he for now. He would know that you would know that you could buy, like, right, okay, go like, hey, this person is interested in me, like, can you make me a better offer? And so that's what this person like kind of doesn't want, or like, I would say they don't want, I mean, obviously they don't want it because they want to be the one to work with you, but also that's just kind of the nature of some of this, like, that's business, like that's business. And so like, but the thing is, when you do that to someone, like, let's say that like this person made the offer and you did that, you could very, like, that's a gamble for you as well. So it's just sort of like, and then you've lost it all, because now this person over here, especially if they're a relatively relevant person within the field, they're going to know, well, that's a snake. And also, I'm going to tell everybody else that you're a snake. And so you'll never work in this town again, kid. So like, it's very touchy on like all ends. And so like, because I'm feeling like super high strung right now, it's sort of like, I don't know what business this is, but I mean, like the process kind of sucks. Okay, so I get it. What would besides I'm dead and I'm gonna have a heart attack, what would the collective like think and feel about this offer? Because I don't know, I don't get sharky energy from the collective generally, but I mean, it's capitalism. What is that? Whoever this is, y'all, like, you see this person as big dick energy. Like, this is all big dick energy, and like, I'm just saying, you notice the size of this person's dick and the way that I'm describing it. King of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands, the Hierophant. Whoever this person is making this offer, they're not like, this has got to be someone that like y'all would like know, or like if you look them up on Google or whatever, this is like somebody who has a fucking profile, or like they've been on like podcasts, or like they've been on like the Forbes 500, like whatever. This is like it's like if you don't know them directly, right? Like if you Googled this person, they would just show up. Like they're very, very visible, okay? And like the Hierophant is like, this person is a part of a system, and they're representing a system that carries a lot of energetic weight behind it. So I don't see y'all, like, to me, y'all would be looking at whoever this is as like, like you're already like, I'm fucking dead. You're looking at this person as like your dream person. And I'm not saying that in a romantic way. It's just like, if you could partner with anybody creatively or in a business sense, this is that person. Like, I don't, like, how much better could you possibly get than this? So I don't see y'all going like, oh, I super want to go elsewhere, but this person is for some reason insecure. But here's the thing, that's going to be a power dynamic thing. If y'all have not like been entrenched in whatever field this is for as long as this person is, even when someone is relevant in their field or a very important person, deep down inside, they might not feel that way, because what you see publicly is not what's going on in the background. So you haven't seen this person's like many failures. All you've seen is this person's like highlight reel. And so like for someone who doesn't know like the intimacies of the industry very well, it's kind of hard to conceptualize someone like Steven Spielberg, okay, as like for a typical person meeting Steven, they're gonna be like, oh my god, like the biggest name in the field, like blah blah blah. But like to Steven Spielberg, like I don't know how Steven Spielberg thinks of himself, because like there are some people like Ridley Scott who are just like, oh lord. But Steven Spielberg might just be like, oh, I'm kind of just a guy. Like that's kind of like what, like outside of these people's industries, I mean outside of like, y'all kind of know what I mean, okay? And so that's what's going on with this person. While you're looking at them as like the biggest dick on the planet, they might just think it's a good size, okay? So like that's kind of what we're dealing with here. But to me, I don't think that y'all would want to work with anybody else. It doesn't seem like it. And it seems like whatever, like, I don't know what this drama is. Like, that's going to work. It's, yeah. Whatever drama is attached to this, and I don't know if it's all coming from this person's kind of weird insecurities about themselves, like, that's going to work itself out. I think this person, once they like see that you're not going anywhere and that you're like trustworthy and that you are excited to work with them personally, like they're gonna calm down. Because I think all of this stuff is, yes, 3 of Cups, like they're gonna calm down. Right now, there's like just something going on with them that I'm not even gonna try and pretend to understand, but it's something kind of like what I've talked about. Okay, I want to gas y'all up kind of before we like move into final advice outcome. Why does this person think the collective's so great? Why? They think you're so, well, they just, it's kind of like they've been looking at you and they think you're so great because you're so great. Like the Sun and the 6 of Wands, I don't know. They think you're so great because you're so great. So there you go. Like, okay. The Sun and the 6 of Wands, that could, like you have, like that could be like a very like charismatic personality. That could be that like you present yourself like very well in public, or at least like very interestingly in public. It could be that you're not scared of dealing with a certain amount of attention, stuff like that. But it just seems like whoever this person who's been watching y'all, to them, like you shine very brightly in the public space. So you would have to be doing something of your work or whatever this is, at least somewhat publicly. So let's go ahead and move into, oh wait, we got to put this all back and then do it. We'll go ahead and move into the final advice outcome. Before I do, I believe if you have received ongoing benefits from the channel, support, entertainment, positive manifestations, and you do have anything to give back financially, we have, I believe, 3 days left of me boosting Atlas and his family's request for mutual aid. Atlas and his wife have a new baby, and all new parents need the most support with formula and diapers, and so that is what the mutual aid request is for. So I have Atlas's Cash App down below. I also have his phone number down below. And the phone number is for like if you were even considering a donation, but you kind of want to talk to someone to verify that everything's on the up and up, because you know it's the internet. That's what the phone number is for. It's Atlas being transparent. So he does prefer text message, but if you want to talk to him one-on-one, still text him first so he can appropriately screen his calls. And when you text him, let him know that you came from Allison's channel and her signal boost. Whatever this is, this offer, this message, It's gonna change your life, bitch. Like, it's probably, like, whatever that 4 of Coins thing is, even if it's an entry thing, like, it's gonna lead to the 10 of Pentacles. Like, if y'all work together, like, you're gonna end up, like, y'all are gonna make a lot of money together. Y'all might change the world. I don't know. Wheel of Fortune? That's either just meaning, like, because I'm telling you, it's like an I'm dead situation. It could just be a life-changing situation for you. But depending on what y'all are doing, I don't know, you might change the world. Long term. Yeah, it just seems more like a 3 of Coins. Working together is going to be profitable and perhaps like life-changing for you both. Let's see if I can get a timeline on it. Remember, timelines with a grain of salt. It manifests when it manifests. All right, timeline of the Magician. Manifesting. Maybe 5 to 6 months. 5 of Cups, Queen of Cups. For the magic. Yeah, there's something that like this, the person who has to make the offer, there's something that they have to do first. They have to change. Because that's that transition from the 8 of Swords into the 8 of Cups. And if this, like I told you, there's like this person is like insecure about something. And so they have to sort out some kind of negative thought loop or whatever. 6 of Wands. This person could be going through like some sort of public, like I don't know how public that person is, but it seems like their public image might be changing. They're going through some sort of public change. But it's like a beneficial one. This is almost like let's say like, right, like this person, they might have worked for a particular like big fucking agency or whatever. This is almost like them going like, I don't want to work for this agency anymore. I want to start my own big dick agency. Okay, so it's something like that. So this person also might be like doing other business things, okay? Yeah, and whatever it is, there's just a lot of stress on this person in general, and also this is the stress that I was talking about making the offer. So there is apparently, and this is probably something creative, like Queen of Cups, they're hiring talent. And so there would be, like, so let's say this person is branching off onto their own for something, like a lot is going to be riding on this person's like debut roster of talent. So there's pressure that way, and then the pressure that I described of like this person putting their stamp of approval on you then gives you like in fact a lot of power, because if you name drop them, you like, they're like, because like agencies and all of that, like they smell like, oh, that's another thing. If this person's like super public, right? Like if this person has a public reputation and people like kind of freaking know like what's going on with this person, like on the back end, even if they haven't made any public announcements, people are going to be like sniffing around being like, well, what's so-and-so? Like, who are they talking to? Because like maybe if this person thinks they could make a lot of money with it, well, maybe we want to, you know, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like a whole bunch of really sharky people like trying to like figure out this person's moves before they actually make them, so they can kind of come in like underneath them and like snake them out of like talent. Oh my god, this is just like, you know when Taylor Swift left Big Machine, did she go to Sony? I forget, but like remember when they tried to snake her like that? Like if this person's leaving an agency to like start their own agency, like their former agency might try and like shark them and shit. That's crazy. That's why I can't. I'm too stressed out. Like I can't do all that. I can't be like big dick energy in like business, because I'm just like, ah! Like I start crying. Like I cry. I'd be like, but no, but why though? That's so mean. So that's the final advice outcome. Let's close with the Son and the Father. All right, Jesus says, I am humble and gentle at heart, and you will find rest for your souls. Y'all will actually work really well together once you kind of get over this person, like, oh my God, this very important person addressed little old me. You got to get over that and just realize that they're just a person. And then this person has to this person is like this person has like trauma, like from whatever they've been doing. And so they're like looking at you like, what the fuck? So once y'all chill out, like y'all are going to work really well together. I promise. If you both want to. Jesus also says, rejoice and be glad, for your reward is great in heaven. So this is also like when I was looking at that 10 of Pentacles, like Wheel of Fortune, this might be, it's not quite yet, but it could be a canon event, unskippable cutscene. It's sort of like this is already like done in the heavens or in the energy because everything's pre-recorded, as we know. And so it's just like y'all are already a success. And if you're already a success in the energy, then all it has to do is play out in the real world. See, it's just that simple, collective. Duh. Jesus also says, I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry, and whoever believes in me will never be thirsty. That's whoever this person is. They're able to provide a lot, like in the business, like creative sense, however that's going to work for y'all. So let us go ahead and close out, as we mostly always do, with the highest authority. That highest authority, of course, being Bob. Our Father who art in heaven. We close with the word of Bob that is good all the time. Bob says, just let go and fall like a little waterfall. That's for the both of y'all. Just like do the trust fall. Like this person's gonna have to do it first because obviously you can't contact whoever it is. Like this person has like several layers of people around them going, no, like no little people, please. Like I can't have it. No photos, okay? Bob also says, anytime you learn, you gain. So this is about this new venture. This person is learning as they go. So even though they're an important person, right? If they are venturing out on their own, that's going to be a new experience for them. And so despite whatever failures or whatever mistakes that this person has been making before they come into like your material world, this person has been learning, and also the two of you will learn each other together, and also how this is going to work like as you go. And likely they'll be very transparent with you about that once they trust you, right? And Bob finally says, it's life. It's interesting. It's fun. So, my traumatized babies and mentally ill Barbies, this is reality, and I am your GM, your game master for this, the game of life. I'm also, of course, the greatest magician of the age, and perhaps the greatest magician of all time. And together, you and I will perform the greatest magic trick of all time. We will reverse the polarities of the world, make America great for once, fly this boat to the moon somehow, shift the world onto the mega happy timeline, perhaps leaving it a much better place than it ever has been before. Because we are, my traumatized babies and mentally ill Barbies, crawling on the planet's face, some insects, called the human race, lost in time and lost in space. End meeting.